in Pune because my parents were staying there, and he was a defense personnel. I had been moving all around the countries because of his transfers and all. And my parents were the first people who could uh, encourage me for the studies in the earlier career. That's because of my senior secondary school education. I was interested in science. More than that, in chemistry, when one of my teacher, she used to teach beautifully the chemistry and ask us to do experiments in the laboratory. And when we are doing the experiments, we could see the color changes, the formation of new products, and all this inspired me to see all these changes and all, to see why don't I do something else what till now I have not seen. So I wanted to do research in that chemistry subject as well. Yeah, I understand, madam. I was born in Pune, but that was at just at the birth only. Then I moved all around different cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Lucknow, and back at Hyderabad and all. So that all my studies were at Kendriya Vidyalaya only. And you must be knowing, I was studying during 60s and 70s when there were no ladies, many in number studying. So in those days, actually the challenges were good. Since I was in Kendriya Vidyalayas, the education was all good, but at house I had to face different challenges because when I was studying my higher education, my mother got very ill, something like paralyzed, and she was almost at the deathbed. But she recovered later. I had to face so many problems doing the housework and all, and we were four sisters. I'm the second one. I have two younger and one elder sister. So my father, he told, as either even if mother is sick, you don't lose heart. You have to study because that will give you your bread and butter. And he encouraged us to study continuously. So doing our housework, studying, and looking after my mother, we had to face a lot of challenges. And of course, in my relatives and all, they were saying, after all they are girls, why do you take so much trouble in educating them? Can you ask them to stay back and look after her mother and look after the house and all? My father said, no, no, I will take the challenges and all, I will help them. And he used to do that. So there also my parents encouraged me, and we ourselves also made up our mind to study well. So after this higher education, when I went out for degree, so my parents told, you instead of moving around me for for every 3 years and spoiling your education career, can you go to your native place and study regularly, constantly at that place only? So I had to move to Anantapur, that is one of the state in Andhra Pradesh, where I joined for BSc. And before I could join for BSc, during my travel from Hyderabad to Anantapur, it so happened that I lost all my documents in my travel, and that lost my heart. I was almost lost hopes in my further education, but still I made it a mind to attend the interview with the principal. And she also first she hesitated to give admission without my certificate, but then I requested her that please give me some 10 days time so that I'll get my duplicate certificates and give me admission. So she was kind enough to give the admission, and she took a promise that I would submit it within 10 days. And then my parents, they worked on it, means they went around and got all my certificates, and I continued my degree there also, because it was in a town area where I studied. So people, all my relatives, especially ladies and all, they were telling, why you want to study? Your mother is a sick patient and you have come here for studies and all. That's what you also told. because it was not that very encouraging. But still, I took it as a challenge. I studied. After my MSc, BSc, I went for my MSc in the university, that is the Sri Krishnadevaraya University. And I studied there chemistry. I joined for chemistry. And sooner I finished my MSc, I got married to a chemist also. He was doing his PhD and he is a relative also. And there again I got married, but my in-laws were against that for further education. But my husband, he encouraged me, telling that having come till the BSc and I am there for your helping hand, to give you a helping hand, so let's continue the studies. So there I finished my MSc completely and then joined for MPhil. This is all my after my marriage. MPhil, PhD. And during my research work also, my husband has encouraged me. He has given the full cooperation. He helping me at the home also. And one more thing. Sooner I got married, within a year I got first son. Within 2.5 years I got second son. And within 3.5 years or 4 years I got third son. So with all these challenges, looking after the kids, doing the household work, and teaching, research, and all, I had to face lot of difficulties. One more challenge is that my in-law, my mother-in-law, she was dead against the studies. She was always prompting my husband to ask her to quit and all. Every day there used to be issues in the house. But still, my husband encouraged me and he saw that I could continue. But meanwhile, when I was doing my MPhil itself, there was an advertisement for the teaching vacancy. So with my MPhil qualification only, I joined as an assistant professor. So after the joining of for teaching, then I had to continue my research for PhD because I already registered. So I continued my PhD, teaching, research, everything all together, looking after the house. I had to balance all this for this smooth living. And more than that, this all were one side. My in-law, mother-in-law was the other side. So I had to just balance so that life could move smoothly. That is because my husband was supportive. I used to, when I have to do, I had to take care of her completely so that I won't give her an opportunity that she was not cared. She was not cared by me. So that I had to do and take care of the kids, do all the housework completely, not leaving anything on her as a burden. Then go to university on time. Whatever time I used to get in the university, do my research as well as prepare for the next day class because I'm not sure I'll get time to prepare it at home because looking of the kids and all. So balancing all this, I used to use each and every moment what I used to get and sleep less, do much work. That was my motto because I
How
didn't
much?
want it to be blamed by any of my officials also for anything.
How much did you sleep?
But of course 7 to 8 hours or less than that, minimum of 5 hours and maximum of 7 hours, not even 7 6 hours I can say.
So you were very laser
In officially, madam, or personally, my interest in
professionally.
professionally, teaching work, guiding the research students, and mentoring the students of MSc whom I was teaching. So we had to mentor, say 10 or 20 students, depending upon the teacher student ratio, to mentor them, teaching field, research, and any other activities assigned by the university. It was actually I studied initially for my PhD. I studied the physical properties of the liquid mixtures. So after that and my MPhil and all I did with that, and two or three students also took their degree in that field only. Later on, I found that I wanted to upgrade my research, so then I switched on to surfactant interactions, Then later, I found that the drug delivery was very interesting. So, in the drug delivery studies, what we have done is we have taken the polymer material and prepared some top of beads or something, beads and something. We used to embed the drug into that, and then these drugs will be released slowly. Usually, this polymer material has a tendency to swell. It's just, I'll just compare it to our drugs, what we use. For example, the doctors, they give us, they prescribe the medicines, say like one tablet a day, or sometimes two tablets a day, or sometimes three tablets a day. This is based on the release of the drug from the capsules. That means the rate of release of the drug from the capsules. For example, suppose the doctor prescribes one a day. That means the drug takes 24 hours to release from the polymer capsule. That is the material. When the capsule is taken into the body, it swells because of the water nature, the and water that is there in our body. When it swells, there will be pores, the pores will be widened up, and the drug releases through the pores, and it goes to the all parts of the body through our digested food. So when the drug takes 24 hours for release, the doctor prescribes it as one day capsule per day. If it takes 8 hours, they prescribe it as three capsules per day. That means each drug takes 8 hours for it to go into the body and do its treatment. So it depends like that. So I wanted to study all this, how the drug releases and all, and how we can minimize the drugs also and all. That was the interesting chapter which we could, topic which we could take up for our studies. Now, some of the awards which I got based on my research, for example, I was awarded Commonwealth Academic Staff Fellowship, which was given by the UK government, and that is given for very few members throughout the countries, different countries. Say 20-25 members from all over countries. They are given a fellowship which is borne by the British government. They ask us to work for 10 months in different UK countries, and do some research and get some publications. So that is very prestigious award which I had got. Other than that, I got many national fellowships also to work at IICT Hyderabad, IIT New Delhi, and many other small cities also. And more than that, I have guided 35 students for PhD, 7 MPhil students, and some postgraduate students also. But postgraduate students are very few. More than that, 40, nearly 35 PhD students and 7 MPhils, and published nearly 200 international papers and 100 national papers, and nearly 100 papers were presented at seminars and all, and conferences, seminars, what we call it. And then what can I tell? Many awards. That is a small award, best teacher award by the AP state government. I was the member for many, what you call this, professional bodies. And as academic thing, these are the academic achievements. As a professional, I was the head of the department for a period of 5 years or something. Then I was the member board of studies. I was dean faculty of sciences and dean for council, development council, college development councils. Then dean for distance education, and I worked as a rector of the university, then vice chancellor in charge of Sri Krishnadevaraya University. Yeah. One thing, I just wanted to say one thing, one experience. I was working in it was a holiday. I was working in my house, doing my home activities and all. And I got what you call this, a research letter from my Commonwealth award letter, and it was a what acknowledgement letter. So they came told, "Who is Dr. Shubha?" I said, "It's me." They didn't believe. No, no, it is not you. You call that person Dr. Shubha, who is a working professor. I want her. So, no, no, I am that only. They told, amazing how you are doing so much work. And at that time, I was just working with my kids also, playing with my kids and all, just in the home atmosphere. So it was for them. It was so amazing thinking that doing all this homework and all, you're getting so many good awards and all. This letter is from UK, and what is this? You're just a home housewife or what? He was asking. Tell, no, no, I'm a professor. I'm working in SK University. It is me who is Shubha, and the letter is mine only. I want it. And many more, like in the with in-laws and all. My in-law, she was also having so many problems with me, in sense, she, if I the children cry and all, I can't take care of you. You leave the job and sit here, take care of your children. I am not going to take care and all. She used to quarrel with me and go to her place and all. And when I made up my mind that I could come up to that is when I got that Commonwealth Academic Staff Fellowship, which was, I knew that it was a prestigious one. When my publication has recognized me, that I can do something, I should fight all the challenges which I'm facing at home and anywhere else. And I want to continue. And at the age of 35 only, that I got that fellowship. So I made up my mind, whatever were the challenges at home or official or something, I need to take up. And more than that, madam, in the whole of the university, I was the third lady person working as a faculty member. So all were men, say 250 men professors were there, and I was the third one in ladies. And the senior people, they left, and I was all alone for few years till the other admission recruitment were done. I told, yes, one more thing. I was confident enough to confident, or this one, I got lot of projects during my tenure. And one of the greatest project was getting funding from the DST, Department of Science and Technology, to a tune of about 1.5 crores, which made me, as when I was the head of the department, which I made me to develop the department, which all these staff and the students and the research scholars could you make use of it. When I got all equipments which were very the latest equipments, right? And more than that, my research projects, which to a tune of about 70 lakhs or something, for different funding agencies like DRDA, UGC, and other funding agencies, which was helpful for my research scholars to encourage them for their research. I used to give them the chemicals and all, because the students never used to get any fellowships, madam. It was very difficult for them to work without fellowships. But still, and I am proud to tell that I have spent some of the pocket money for them to live for their better bed and butter, so that they could spend much time in the department to work for their research. In that way, I have helped number of students financially, and of course in supplying the chemicals and all from my projects only. And one more thing, Notably, nearly 30% of the students who got PhD under my guidance were ladies and which belonged to all sections, even the weaker sections. So we encourage them for taking their PhDs also. Uh, that is, mm, make up your mind for education and hard work and your perseverance and your striving for your career should be not stopped. Try always and work hard always pays for you. Yeah, that is, always have a positive attitude for anything what you have as a goal. Have a positive attitude so that you will reach the higher end always. Yeah. A positive attitude is my compass, determination my fuel, and unwavering focus my path to reaching the highest point and make by me. That means to reach the highest mark. Or in short, I can say positive attitude guides, determination fuels, unwavering focus leads to success. And more than that,
Okay.
I'm happy to be a woman and coming up to this stage, taking care of my three sons. You know, sons are always naughty, naughty than the girls, but still I took care of them. I am pride in saying that I have molded all of them in their to be the responsible citizens of the society. They, being doctors and engineers, are doing well and are following my footsteps, and I ensure that they are equally ambitious in their career and will contribute something to the society. All are
Support from you.
educated, yeah, all are educated and working. And one more thing, I just decided that in what way I was treated by my mother in law, I should not treat them. So they are happy with me, I am happy with them. This makes my family very happy family.